Hey guys, Laduk here, and today I'm gonna be bringing you some awesome tips concerning solo and dynamic queue. Also don't forget that I'm having a RP giveaway, so make sure you join in. Starting off with the champion pool. Now that the new champion select is live, it's far easier than ever to create a champion pool you're comfortable with. Since you have a 100% chance of getting one of the two roles you decided to play, whereas pre-patch you didn't know which lane you're going to play and had to be literally prepared for everything. So it's easy for you to pick two roles and main them. If you really want to climb the ladder though, you're probably best off limiting yourself to only play one champion in both of your roles. That way you will start developing extraordinary mechanics with that champion, meaning that you will end up winning your lane most of the times, and by doing so you'll find yourself moralizing your allies and eventually carry more games than you're used to when you played several champions according to a specific team composition. I'll list you some of these so-called extreme cases, one-trick ponies. For instance, best driven NA goes to Box, Sylphie, Gripex. So when you don't get that champion you main, you should maybe consider dodging that game, since you won't lose MR at all and just 3 league points, which is better than wasting 30 to 50 minutes losing MR and 16 league points. Another great advice I can give you is that your champion choice should be good at all stages of the game, but especially good in the mid game, since the League of Legends meta shifted into a fast-paced game, meaning that champions which need to farm very much, for example Nasus, are not ineffective enough to make a difference in that game. So when all of your teammates are not playing that well, you'll have no chance carrying them because you need to farm hard until you're able to make plays for your team. So I'm gonna give you some champions I personally like on each lane. Mid lane, Ahri Talon. Jungle, Dr. Mundo, Pantheon, Jarvan. Marksman, Lucian, Miss Fortune. Top lane, Malphite, Aurelia. Support, Jenna, Soraka, Thresh. I hope I could give you some insight about your champion pool and what type of champion you should play. For more questions, just ask me right away in the comment section below and I'll answer you as soon as possible. Next advice I can give you is about objective control. So let's first define what an objective is. An objective is something that puts your team in advantage and the other team at a disadvantage. The Dragon, for example, gives you a 6% AP and AD buff, which isn't too useful early, but I mean it's at least something, right? Another objective is the Rift Heralds, turrets, Baron inhibitors and buffs. They all grant you something in form of gold buffs, map and minion pressure. When you're spectating a high elo player or even pros, it won't take too long until you realize that their playstyle is completely different than yours in many ways. We have a highly objective focused game and try to seize every opportunity to get them. Like literally when we see the enemy jungler somewhere topside, we usually go for a free dragon in an instant. When we get kills on bot lane, we try to take the bot lane turrets, and maybe if there's the possibility we try to take the dragon as well. So my advice is that you should always try to strike for objectives, since they are the keystone to any MOBA, not only LoL but also Dota 2 and HON. If you want an in-depth objective guide, leave a comment below and I'll make sure to prepare one for you. Another topic I want to talk about is the mindset. The biggest issue I see is the ego of any player in any league, despite challenger. Let me describe what an ego means. Ego is the inability of a person to reflect over his actions and the mistakes made in the everyday life, which leads to a low performance in every aspect of your life. It's like for every mistake you make, your ego will find an excuse. Let's transfer this to League of Legends. For example, when you're getting ganked and killed, you should not complain about your jungler, but rather try to search for your mistakes in your own play. Maybe you didn't have enough wards, or your map awareness simply isn't too great either. So let's assume that your support bot isn't playing well and you're losing a 2v2. Should you now blame your support because he's playing bad, or should you self-reflect on your strategy? Maybe you could have played more defense and farmed under your turret, knowing that your support isn't as great as theirs. All I'm basically trying to say is that there's always a way for self-improvement and that you shouldn't get trapped by your ego. As Doublelift said, you don't play SoloQ to get your team better, you play SoloQ to get yourself better. And by getting yourself better, you're able to carry your team, raise elo, and then your teammates will get better. Anyways, that's it for now. If you enjoyed my video and found it helpful, then be sure to subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up, and share the video. I will answer any questions in my comment section, and leave a comment what you'd like to see next. Until then, see ya!